Now to the latest in the Middle East. President Biden addressed the nation to discuss the United States' response to Hamas attacks against Israel and Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine.
The president returned from a visit to Israel yesterday, where he spoke to survivors of the attacks. Chris Pallone has the latest from Washington.
Good evening, my fellow Americans.
In a rare nationally televised address from the Oval Office, President Biden made the case that it's in Americans' best interest to continue supporting Israel and Ukraine in their respective wars.
History has taught us that when terrorists don't pay a price for their terror, when dictators don't pay a price for their aggression, they cause more chaos and death and more destruction.
The White House is expected to ask Congress for about $100 billion in aid, $60 billion to Ukraine, $40 billion for Israel, Taiwan, and to help with the migrant crisis at the southern border. The president spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky shortly before the speech to emphasize the U.S.'s commitment to helping Kyiv fend off the Russian invasion.
If we walk away and let Putin erase Ukraine's independence, would-be aggressors around the world would be emboldened to try the same. The risk of conflict and chaos could spread in other parts of the world.
The White House funding request will be sent to Congress tomorrow. The Democratic-controlled Senate is expected to act quickly to pass the supplemental, a move which could put pressure on House Republicans to sort out their leadership issues and end the legislative logjam in that chamber. But even some of the president's allies fear Americans are growing weary of sending tax dollars overseas.
I know sometimes we all got short attention spans, but this is a very real conflict as well about good versus evil in Ukraine, and we need to stand with our European allies and with Ukrainians.
The U.S. has sent more than $40 billion in security aid to Ukraine since Russia invaded in 2022. Chris Pallone, NBC News, Washington.